13 WMAZ Morning starts now.
Well, good Friday morning, Central Georgia. After a very active week, we are going to be cool and quiet this weekend. I'll have the details coming up.
Severe weather in the aftermath as the National Weather Service confirms another tornado hit Central Georgia this week.
Derby is awesome. Everyone should come. It's a lot of fun. There's not a cooler event happening in Middle Georgia.
The Soapbox Derby. Stick with us as we hear from the chairman of the event and we tell you more about when and where it will be in Macon.
One of Georgia's oldest Jewish congregations is being honored in Macon, how they're celebrating and what it means to them.
Well, good Friday morning. You're taking a live look over a beautiful downtown Macon. Just check out that sunrise. The time is now 6:31 a.m. on this Friday, April the 8th. Thank you so much for staying with us. I'm Wanye Reese. It's Big Friday, but Taylor has a check of your forecast for you.
Well, good morning, Wanya. Yes, you're absolutely right. A beautiful sunrise going on. No more darkness anymore for Central Georgia. And if you've noticed, our sunrises are getting a little bit later and later, but our sunsets are getting later as well. So longer days are in the forecast for us as we head into the middle of spring and going to start going into summer. But right now in Macon, we are sitting right now in the 40s. A very cool morning, so make sure to get the jacket. Some 50s as you head south of Macon, 50 now in Warner Robins, 50 in Americus, but most of us are sitting in the 40s, 49 in Sparta, and 46 now in Wrightsville. Around the area, we're going to have a beautiful day, plenty of sunshine, a few high clouds. Otherwise, temperatures will reach the low to mid 60s around the area, so keep the jacket on you because it will be a little bit breezy. We could see some upper 60s, maybe even some low 70s as you head down I-16. After an active week, we are actually staying dry for once here in Central Georgia. That will continue for today into the weekend with plenty of sunshine. I'll talk more about the 7-day forecast coming up.
Well, thank you, Taylor. As the cleanup continues across Central Georgia after this week's storms, we're starting to get information from survey teams about where tornadoes hit and just how powerful they were. In Dublin County, the National Weather Service in Peachtree City confirmed an EF2 tornado hit the county near Byronville this past Tuesday. According to the report, the tornado touched down at 3:26 p.m. with maximum winds of 130 miles per hour. The Weather Service noted that the twister damaged a weather station, but it continued to report wind and pressure data. It measured a maximum gust of 129 miles per hour. The National Weather Service in Peachtree City also issued a flood warning for the Ocmulgee River near Macon, affecting Jones, Houston, Bibb, Monroe, and Twiggs County. It's expected to rise above flood stage through noon. By Saturday, it is expected to fall below flood stage. Much of the Macon Greenway and Ocmulgee Heritage Trail is underwater. There are also large stretches of agricultural land east of Macon under 1 to 4 feet of water. Our drone 13 took to the sky and captured video of a toppled giant steel power transmission tower near Statham's Landing in Houston County. Just take a look at this amazing video. It came down after a tornado ripped through Bon Air. Dozens of people are still working to clear the old tower, rebuild a new one, and get the huge power lines off of the roadway. The National Weather Service says this is one of the points it used to determine the tornado as an EF3. Those carry winds from 158 to 206 miles per hour. In the town of Kite in Johnson County, people are working to clear up their yards and fix their damaged homes. Even the city cemetery took a hit. You see those turned headstones. At the cemetery, city leaders and a funeral home director came out to look at the damage and help clean up. EMA Director Sean Wambo says 68 grave sites were damaged, including headstones knocked over or cracked. Wambo says he has never seen anything like the damage in the cemetery before. Well, many homes were left damaged from the severe weather and wind from the past couple of days, but Judy Brown of Gordon had no idea that her home, over 100 years old, would burn down after a lightning strike. According to Gordon's volunteer fire chief, they got a call Wednesday night that lightning hit a tree in front of the home on DC Hardy Road. Now the chief says he was the first and only person to respond, and by the time he arrived, the house, as you can see, was already in flames. Judy Brown's father bought that home in 1939, and she was born there 3 years later. She says she's lost 80 years worth of memories and has only the clothes on her back.
We only have a volunteer fire department, and if we had had more people, better response, we probably could have salvaged some things.
Certainly a heartbreaking story for her. Judy is staying with relatives until she can get back on her feet. The insurance adjuster says there's just too much damage to save the home. Well, state cleanup crews moved in quickly to Macon, Bibb County to help. Mayor Les Miller declared a local state of emergency earlier this week to get the county some more help. Tim Wilder, the head of Bibb County Public Works, says they'll be working over the next couple of days to break up fallen trees. Then they'll organize the logs into piles so public work teams can pick them up next week. Wilder says his team was out until after 2 in the morning on Wednesday. They got back to work just 2 hours later clearing roads. The time is 6:35. Let's get you to your state news. As if cars don't cause enough problems on Atlanta area highways, a small plane crash landed on a major Cobb County roadway early Thursday morning. It blocked all lanes of Cobb Parkway. It's unclear what caused the plane to go down, but it came to a stop on the side of the road. The pilot had a minor leg injury, but should be okay. The FAA is investigating. Georgia Senator Rayfield Wright tested positive for COVID-19. Warnock revealed his positive result while also adding he's both vaccinated and boosted. The results came back from a routine test and he plans to isolate. Warnock's positive result comes shortly after House Speaker Nancy Pelosi announced she has also tested positive for COVID. New this morning, some sad news to share with you. Today, Rayfield Wright, the Pro Football Hall of Fame offensive lineman, died, and he passed away last night. The Fort Valley State alum nicknamed Big Cat went to 5 Super Bowls in his 13 NFL seasons with the Dallas Cowboys. His family confirmed he died last night several days after a seizure. Fort Valley announced it will fly flags at half-staff in his memory. He was 76 years old. A Dublin man is charged with shooting and killing another man on Wednesday. The GBI says it happened around 1 p.m. on Riverview Drive in Dublin. They say DeAdrian Cody and Zachary Scott Jr. argued and fought. That's when investigators believe Cody shot Scott. Scott later died at a local hospital. Cody is charged with murder, 4 counts of aggravated assault, and 3 counts of first-degree cruelty to children. A Milledgeville woman faces criminal charges after investigators believe she left a friend to die after a drug overdose. The Jones County Sheriff's Office says 55-year-old Cynthia Foley is charged with involuntary manslaughter and reckless conduct. Last month, deputies found 59-year-old Terry Potts dead in the driveway of her home on Joy Cliff Road. Investigator Crystal Murphy says they believe Foley drove Potts back to her home and left her in the driveway. Murphy says they have a warrant out for at least 1 other person right now.
Derby is awesome. Everyone should come. It's a lot of fun. There's not a cooler event happening in Middle Georgia on April 9th beyond the Magnolia Soapbox Derby.
Racers, buckle up. The Magnolia Soapbox Derby is back in Macon. This Saturday marks the 12th Magnolia Derby. And this year's event has a little something for everyone. You can participate in the STEM Learning Zone and the brand new Art in the Park. But marketing chairman Tyler Horn says that's not even the best part.
The most exciting part about the event is really the people and watching such a beautiful cross-section of our community come together for the sheer purpose of joy and community togetherness and fun.
Again, the Derby is this Saturday from 10:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Magnolia Street in Macon. You can check out the food, music, and of course, there will be awards for first, second, and third, not to mention bragging rights, of course, right? The time is now 6:38 a.m. You have the Magnolia Soapbox Derby that's going to be happening. You have the strawberry patches that are open back up, and the weather is going to be cooperating. A little chilly, but hey, we'll take it.
I mean, I would take this sunrise any day over any of the severe weather we had this week.
This Friday morning. It's looking good on you.
Showing out, to say the least. I mean, look at those colors in that sunrise. It's only going to get prettier as that sun starts to rise. But like Juanita said, the Soapbox Derby, you have the strawberry patches. You even have the Dogwood Festival going on in Perry. So a lot to do, especially as we get to the summertime, summertime here in Central Georgia. Just beautiful weather to greet us for the beginning of this end of the week, right into the weekend. So right now in the DUB, more people are out and about. I'm sure they're admiring the sunrise with us, but right now it is a cool start there in Lawrence County. 46 degrees there in the DUB. Winds are really calm right now, but they're going to rise as we head throughout the day today. But right now across the Deep South, we have nothing more to be grateful for than just quiet weather. Anywhere from really Louisiana and Arkansas all the way into South Carolina, nothing in terms of rain or anything. A few showers going on near Raleigh, but this low pressure system brings some snow to parts of the Midwest. So thankfully, we are going to stay quiet for today. And as we head through this quiet day, we will stay cool as well. Through the morning, we're going to rise into the 50s by 10 a.m. A few high clouds will come into the picture by noon, but otherwise, the rain that you're going to see spark up a little bit in the metro Atlanta area will stay north, so no worries about any showers today, just some cooler air here for central Georgia. Mid-60s are going to greet us as we head towards your 3 to 4 p.m. hour, so keep the jacket on you because it will be cool and breezy. We're going to drop back to the 40s as we head towards your 10 p.m. hour, but into the day, the big story is going to be those winds. They're going to pick up throughout the day. By 10 a.m., we're going to see wind gusts in the 20-mile-per-hour range, and then noon, we're going to pick up, especially for places that are north and west of Macon, seeing some wind gusts up to 30 miles an hour. Then the highest gusts will come through the middle of the day. That's because by 3 to 5 p.m., that's where we get the heat of the day, and we're going to see some of that air mixing together, so wind gusts could be anywhere up to 35 to 40 miles an hour. We're going to die down as we go throughout the day as we cool down, so we'll see some wind gusts starting to go back into that 15 to 20 mile an hour range. So again, like Wanya said, all the things you can do today and into the weekend, one of those things will be the Dogwood Festival, especially if you're a vendor. Be careful, because when Wanya and I went out to the Cherry Blossom Festival, we had to hold some tents down because of those winds. So make sure if you're a vendor, you have some sandbags or something holding on to your tent. We'll have a cool day again, temperatures reaching the mid-60s by this afternoon. But because of the dry and breezy conditions, all of north and central Georgia, we're underneath the high fire danger until 8 p.m. today. So while it will be a great day to maybe think about a bonfire, let's keep that in our minds, because we do not want any sparks to go flying and cause any wildfires. Now, the cool air will continue as we head into your Saturday. Highs will only be in the upper 50s, so keep the jacket on you. But we rebound very quickly back into the 70s as we head into Sunday with really sunny skies. Now, the reason we're seeing all this cool weather that will be coming for today and tomorrow is because we have to look into the upper levels at this low pressure system. This system is going to push this jet stream down into the deep south, pulling in cooler air from the north into the south. And so that's where we're going to see temperatures 15 to 20 degrees below average. That will continue for Saturday afternoon, but thankfully that low pressure system slides off to the east coast by Sunday. That's why we get 70s and 80s back in the forecast into Monday and Tuesday, but rain chances slip back into central Georgia heading into Wednesday and Thursday along our next weather system. Enjoy the sunny and dry conditions, and we're back after the break.